Good morning, February 15. Watch and pray. When he came to the place, Jesus said to them, "Pray that you may not enter into temptation." Luke chapter 22, verse 40. In his letter to the Ephesians, the Apostle Paul used the armor of a Roman soldier as a metaphor for the believer's spiritual armor: belt, helmet, breastplate, sword, shoes, and shield. But Paul includes something in the Christian's preparation for spiritual battle that he did not draw from the Roman military: prayer. After describing the armor, Paul adds, "Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints." Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. That prayer language mirrors what Jesus said to his disciples in the Garden of Gethsemane on the night of his arrest and trial. Jesus had just warned Peter about the coming temptation to deny him, Luke chapter 22, verses 31 through 34, and the disciples about the opposition they would face, verses 35 through 38. As the hour of his trial grew near, Jesus admonished the disciples twice to pray, lest they succumb to the temptations to deny him and flee from persecution. Waiting until the battle is underway is waiting too late to fight. Fighting begins on our knees as we call upon God for victory over temptation. Christian, seek not yet repose. Cast thy dreams of ease away. Thou art in the midst of foes. Watch and pray. Charlotte Elliott. Good evening. Divine protection. They remembered that God was their rock, that God Most High was their Redeemer. Psalm 78, verse 35. Many times in the history of the world, it seemed as if all was lost and all hope gone. People, and even nations, were forced to admit defeat in a battle against the superior numbers of the enemy. But there have been even more cases in which people and nations were delivered in answer to their prayers. God has saved people and nations from devastation in miraculous ways, and has enabled them to overcome dangers and transform humiliating defeat into glorious victory. These cases, both personal and historical, should serve as a constant reminder of the victorious omnipotence of God in all spheres of life. No circumstances are too small or too big for him, and no prayer will remain unheard or unanswered. This is the extent of God's immeasurable love for his people and his world. I once heard a pastor say that God's answer is never maybe. It's always either a yes, a no, or a wait. Where adverse circumstances threaten to overwhelm you, or fear makes your heart tremble, remember that Christ sacrificed his life for you. Turn to him and lay your fears at his feet, because only in him will you find deliverance from your distress.